Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Red Hat OpenShift Twitch stream, Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live stream. Sorry for all the other streams out there. I am Chris Short, Technical Marketing Manager at Red Hat. I am joined today by a fellow CNCF ambassador and fellow Red Hatter, Daniel O, who is just illustrious in all of his work. So I will let him introduce himself, but I have a story to tell after he introduces himself. So Daniel, please take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, and thank you for having me. And hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. So, yeah, I loved and I really enjoyed this joining the live stream. So I'm working for Red Hat as well with Chris, and I'm technical marketing, but I more focus on application side, like cloud native application, and the cloud native application development, and give some more the sophisticated the architecture and the multiple runtime to help out to build the more cloud-native way. And also, I'm responsible CNCF ambassador, just like Chris. And then, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Daniel, for joining us today. And Daniel was one of the first people I reached out to when we started the live streaming efforts here on the OpenShift team. And, it's taken some time to get him on the stream, but he's finally here. And, the reason I was, so interested in getting Daniel on was because last year we were both speakers at DevOps Days Raleigh. And I did my talk and I came back into the room after like a brief decompression session for Daniel's talk. And Daniel is he's on stage and he's showing me Quarkus. And I'm like, okay, I've heard of Quarkus. There's a little bit of hype about it. This was I think early last year. And he's showing everybody how it works. And you're going to see a little bit of it as it's going today. And somebody behind me in the audience says, wow. Like, I was impressed with the tech, but someone behind me said, wow, in the audience. And that's when I knew, like, this was legit stuff. And, like, I used to be a sysadmin or a DevOps person for Java platforms in the past. So having Quarkus and Daniel O on, to me, is a real treat today. So thank you for joining us, Daniel. And please, take it away.
Okay, yeah, thanks for doing that. Awesome story. Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen first.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, and people, please feel free to ask questions in chat. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, I just share my screen. I just changed my screen to present mode. Is that
perfect?
Okay?
Looks good, man.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, once again, thanks for joining this live streaming. So today I'm going to walk you through some kind of beyond the simply working. Quarkus is aiming for developer joy. Yeah, actually, Quarkus a couple of the beauty of some stuff and the benefit for developer as well as ops team. So just for DevOps team. But today I'm going to more focus on developer side. So just quick reminder what Quarkus is. People saying like a dead audience or attendee, the Chris just mentioned earlier. People saying Quarkus supersonic subatomic Java. And we have our own definition, kind of. Quarkus is Kubernetes native Java stack, and you can create and build on your Microsoft application for cloud native application and serverless application. And you can put in that application with the event-driven architecture easily, quickly, and comparable way. And also, you can run your application on top of the JVM technology, as well as you can create an executable file and running on GraalVM. I'm going to show you the real demo, not just talk. All right. So first of all, before we getting started, yeah, the Java celebrate 25 years anniversary just months ago, May 23rd. So at a time, there are lots of the awesome Java developer. Don't worry, except for me. Yeah, so there are so many Java developers celebrate this anniversary.
Yeah, like I remember when Java came out. I remember trying to explain Java to my parents, right? Because they were a little tech savvy, and like, I mean, I'm talking like just barely tech savvy. And I explained it to him exactly how it's explained today. And it's 25 years old, and it's like it's almost as long as I've been in tech, Java has been around. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so many Java developers share their some individual achievements or career event or some kind of outstanding event. So using the hashtag moved by Java around the world using the many social media. So for me, so the back in 1996, I was just went to university as some student and computer science my major. And at a time, actually, Java was not super popular program language rather than C, C++, because people saying, yeah, Java is kind of application program language. So smart people needed to more focus on core engineering rather than application. The application is kind of some front end or some gaming, etc. But things change. The World Wide Web came up, and the internet. Everybody could connect to around the world to make it happen. So Java is super popular after that, and many enterprise company adopt Java technology to build and serve their business capability to their own end user or even partner, etc. So that was happening, and I'm gonna just a little bit talk a little bit more about the the, the Java, the truth and history. So Java was born back in 1995. At a time, Java really focused on the high throughput, and which means that the Java consumed a lot of memory in a heavy memory buffering. Because you know what? So almost 25 years ago, we have some bare metal physical server or virtual machine, very high expensive. So the cost perspective, we just needed to save our money to run our application for our business with the Java application. So just couple of virtual machine or bare metal and multiple application on top of that. And that application shouldn't be down, not die. If you got some die, it's totally critical accident. So long learning process and consume a lot of memory footprint and CPU resources. And one of the beauty of the Java technology is dynamic behavior, which means that any developer build and make some packaging, aka bytecode, and that Java bytecode can be running any application server around the world, really fitting in World Wide Web internet technologies. That's why Java was super popular. Actually, there are more than 7 to 10 million Java developers around the world still working with the developing and maintaining Java application in many small and mid-sized and large enterprise companies. This is the truth of Java. But things changing. How come? So back in 1996, 1995, and in the present day, there are lots of interesting and a big change in IT technology. So back in 2006, the Amazon first time served the EC2 instance. That is a huge impact on many enterprise company, even a starter companies. Oh, we don't need to buy some heavyweight infrastructure or some software as well, because we just need to use public cloud. It's totally save our money to start up. It's a really easy to ramp up your business in the short term. And also in 2009, actually, I was went there to play with the there were lots of the sleepless night to develop the business application across multiple industries like telco, public sector, and a manufacturer, and even some finance companies. Huge improvement enhancement of Java Enterprise Edition 6 was born 1996. And after that, there are the smart people and many awesome Java developers realized, oh, we need to more some modern application architecture to more lightweight and a fast way, something like that. So that's why this microservice architecture was born, and along with that, Spring Boot, and also infrastructure layer, the Linux container from Docker, and Kubernetes is a totally game changer to change all of that. So let's try to think about how this kind of technology trend impact our developer in this time. So here are the four things, and actually they could be more than. And there are a couple of things cloud native Java application, what Java frame and what platform must provide to Java developers. So I recently wrote this article in opensource.com. So if you're interested in more detail, you can just go to this URL and find and read. Maybe you just need 10 minutes to uh, figure it out, these whole articles. So I'm going to summarize that thing. So first thing, developer always looking forward to some better way or even best way to make it better their daily life and daily work. So for example, some zero configuration, live coding, like a hot swap. And I don't need to spend a lot of time to develop the simple application or bug fix enhancement. Maybe some people, oh, everybody is not super awesome developer. There are beginner developer, there are some senior developer, or there are good developers. But which means that it depends on the amount of time to develop the same application for each people. So everybody wants to find a better way, better tool to improve, to increase the development productivity, and also in a modern application architecture, reactive programming or event-driven or message-driven, it is not an option. It's a required architecture in this era. So the point is, I don't want to, I mean, let's say I am Java developer, but I don't want to learn new Java stack or new program language to develop the reactive application, because I'm a senior Java, I am senior Java developer, and I spent more than 10 years. But now I need to buy a new book like a Node.js or X or even Python, and read that thing and try to make a code as a beginner back in 10 years ago.
Right.
It's a totally, so I feel, oh, my company just tried to tell me, oh, you fired. Yeah, it's a big challenge.
Yeah, I mean, but so Java at 25 years old, you know, it had a while where it was a little stagnant, right? Like I think we can admit that. And you know, now that we're re-entering this cloud native era, and we're seeing people that, you know, in the 90s and early 2000s, the mid 2000s were writing all this stuff in Java. Now they're wanting to push it into these cloud native environments. They're saying, oh, wait a minute, the model doesn't quite work out. So Quarkus comes in to kind of save the day here, I hope, right?
Yeah, that's true. And another some requirement, actually some kind of capability for cloud native Java is the optimization of serverless. So here's the thing. So I have own existing microservice application, but in order to save the cost to use infrastructure, even on top of the bare metal or Amazon or Azure cloud, we need to find some way to save our cost to use that infrastructure. The serverless is maybe it's a good solution for that. But thing is that really my application really fitting the serverless architecture? Which means scale down to 0 super fast and scale up super fast. With the speed means the end user doesn't need to recognize that happening behind the scene. So that is the another requirement. And the last one, you know what, we are living in the open source world, which means every single day there are super interesting and fantastic open source tool project keep coming up every single day. A lot of some stuff that is actually our challenge, but I really try to enjoy that. So keep learning, keep reading.
People always ask me, like, how do you avoid the shiny stuff? It's like, I tinker with it and then I move on, right? Like I put it in the memory bank is, it's the same thing I did with Java, right? Like I didn't end up becoming a programmer. I became more of a network and sysadmin type person back in the 90s, but Java was in the back of the mind. So when I became a sysadmin on these massive Java infrastructure systems, it was still, there.
Yeah, exactly. So let's try to show how Quarkus address this kind of maybe challenge for Java developer around the world. So I'm gonna stop the present mode and I go to my ID tool. So let's try to, I'm gonna show you the live coding, one of the most favorite feature and capability for Java developer when they needed to develop any application on your local machine. So here is the VS Code, and yeah, there are some plugin actually. I'm going to show you that thing here. Plugin extension VS Code, and then you can find the Quarkus. And there are Quarkus tools. And once you install Quarkus tool, and you can see create Quarkus project, and then you can automatically auto-wire some Quarkus capability on your VS Code. So it's really easy. I'm going to show you that. And there are doc theme. Actually, I'm using the Quarkus doc theme because, but for that, I'm using the white screen is sometimes the late night. Oh, that is hurt my eyes. So this is pretty much better to me, but it totally is your call. If you want to use that, just go for it. Okay, and I here. So let's try to create a new project. I'm gonna click on new project. Okay, which build tool you need? So Maven, Gradle. Yeah, so I'm just try to use Maven.
Yeah,
and
Maven probably.
And put in the your group ID. Okay, me, so Daniel, and your artifact name. There is a default name, but you could change anything you want, and the project version, and just there are. The one of the good thing, there are default variables, so you don't need to type in every single step. So just click.
So just accepting the defaults is totally normal for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Extension.
And the return, and even after you create the project, you can change that variable. So, and one of the beauty of this program, you can add some application capability. So AKA Quarkus code extension, like a VS Code. So that means, oh, my application needed to RESTful API capability. Oh, my application needed to transact to backend data source like a Postgres or MongoDB. And my application needed to integrate with the backend distributed messaging server, aka Kafka server. And my application can be changed anytime whenever I need to function or serverless, because I need to deploy that application to Azure function or Kubernetes Knative stack. So this whole, there are more than 210 capability at AKA the Quarkus extension already ready for you. So I'm not gonna select anyone because it's just simple application. Maybe so you can pick it up and just decide which directory you want to save this project. Yeah, just here the download directory. Okay. Oh, now I have my application here. So one of the beauty of this plugin, you don't need to start from scratch because Quarkus provides some skeleton source code to you. Now you just need to, Java developer just need to focus on actual application development. So let's say I am now Java developer, not awesome Java developer, just humble, normal, and even beginner Java developer. So here's my Java application. Yeah, here is the just Maven. Maybe is it okay? You need to some little bit more bigger.
I'm sorry, bigger. Yeah, a smidge more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one size up would be great, just for me, my old eyes.
Okay. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So you have a Palm XML, just like the usual the Maven Java structure, and then you can see here the dependency here, like a REST EG, JUnit, and Unify, something like that. And go to the generate the Java application. Oh, here we go. So here's the sample application. So so just export hello endpoint as a RESTful API, and the return code hello. It's a normal known hello world application. Okay, I'm gonna do add my some Quarkus extension like a REST client. Yeah, REST client. Oh, here, and I click enter. And just this this is the will pull down your dependency library on your Maven file, and now you can use that capability like a PostgreSQL or something like that. I'm going to show you just a quick example. All right. So what are you going to do next? Okay. So now I needed to make sure this application is working properly because we have some kind of generation code is wrong or some out of work. So okay, I needed to check, make sure before I develop my own code. Okay, how to do that using the same Maven the command line. No need to run any new tools. Yeah, there are a lot of awesome tools from open source or even vendors, but be concerned to developer. I don't want to
I don't want to have to
new
change
tools. Yeah,
change
I already
something
exactly
that I use all the time. Yeah,
exactly. I already get used to use this old stuff for 5 years, for 10 years. So okay, here we go. So application is running and it's 1 second to start up. And now you can see some dependency here. So maybe I'm gonna little bit change to here. Okay. Let me try it up. All right. I think it's pretty much better. And the install feature here, CDI is as a default capability of Quarkus is one of the required functionality to create the microservices or injection your service into your resource, and the REST client, REST easy. That's all. And I'm gonna to make it down. All right. Okay. And try to access the application. I can open my web browser here. Localhost 8080. Once you go to their welcome page from Quarkus here, so you can find some practical example when you click on getting started here, or some kind of information how to build up and generate your Quarkus application, some very useful and helpful information on the welcome page. Let's try to access to endpoint hello. So I'm going to really make it bigger for especially Chris. Okay, hello, we can see that. All right.
Yeah. So this you just already created like a fully functioning web application, right? Like it's just right there on your laptop. So there's a question in chat real quick, and it's from our good friend Ryan. What does reactive programming mean for Java folks?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So reactive is the traditional Java application, even traditional Microsoft Java application is based on communication with the different application or different device based on HTTP. I mean, request response to real time and synchronize the method. So you can send a request and you need to wait response in a real time. But reactive, you don't need to wait for the response and also synchronize. And so that's why, because it's just focused on your business model, business use case. So for example, I am card company and I need to subscribe for new customer on your website. And I need to subscribe. I don't want to wait for the subscribe completion because it only what I needed to just subscribe, to click on button and print my information on that page. But after maybe 2 hours later, maybe I gotta go find a notification. Congratulations, you got a success to complete or subscribe your information, and thanks for joining us, something like that. But people already get used to have that kind of features from company, even bank company or some kind of logistic company or online shopping mall. So you buy and order and check out something or Amazon or online shopping, but you don't need to want the end of a process at real time. So reactive programming make it happen. make it efficiency or as a productive way. So Java is kind of constraint. I mean, with limitation to implement that kind of application. So Spring ecosystem invented Spring Reactive and perhaps the multiple thread, but you don't need to wait concurrently. So there's such a new the program language like a Node.js and Portrex and Kotlin and the Spring Reactive. There are a lot of the new the reactive programming language came up, but almost of the language platform came up before the Linux container and Kubernetes technology, which means usually there are some limitation. Which means you cannot optimize like 100% like your expectation. So Quarkus was born after that kind of technology, and we totally focus on that area to fix that, to optimize and make it more Kubernetes native, not just normal general cloud native. It's Kubernetes native. I'm going to show you that thing.
But yeah. But you're the old school Java folks making it the new school cloud native thing, right? Like this isn't like, you know, a bunch of new people getting together and deciding we have the right answer for you Java folks. This is actual Java programmers deciding that there's a better way forward, or not a better way, but a way forward that works better for some folks.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna just let you know one more thing in this terminal. Yeah, here it go. To maybe know for that. Okay, just a profile deb activated here and a live coding activated. So this is the I want to show you what does live coding and the profile means exactly. Let me show you live coding first, and don't worry about that. I'm going to show you the profile deb activated just next demo. So what happened to developer every single day? So I was been there Java developer more than 15 years. And so every single day I need to change my source code for bug fix or put in the new features or increase, enhance or improve my existing applications. So let's try to change my code, but simple way. So first one, I need to change the endpoint, like the standard API documentation, API, maybe some developer. So in this application needed to provide for third-party developer group. So that's why it's more standard way API developer. And return code, today the developer Joey with Quarkus. Simple way. I just saved this file, and I'm gonna do nothing except for back to here and reload this application. Ooh, I got an error. What I missed. This is really happening every single day for developers. So it depends on how complex, how easy, something like that. Oh, Quarkus, so smart, man. Quarkus, let me know what my problem is. So, you just changed your endpoint. So you need to access this endpoint, not that one. So I don't need to go back to my application code because Quarkus let me know. So go to here. Okay, developer Joey with Quarkus.
And you didn't have to reload a server, stop a service, nothing. You just save the file.
Yeah, you just steal my word. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. So here is the replace total time. Yeah, just less than 1 second, make it happen.
Like the build time. Look at that. That is amazing. I mean, it's just, you don't get this with Java, right? Like, keep going, please. Show us more.
Yeah. So just one thing I want to share. So for developer standpoint, I don't need to rebuild, repackage, and redeploy, even rerun, restart my application runtime. So this is a little bit quite boring stuff, but I needed to do that every single time. But sometimes using Java hotspot or hot make it some little bit easier, but not every case. But the Quarkus making you happier. I totally believe this is one of the developer joy with the Quarkus. So Quarkus makes our Java developer happier, smile. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. No, I'm not gonna stop here. Okay, sorry about that. And go to my presentation here and change the project mode.
Cool. Looks good.
All right. Okay, move on. Yeah, this is what developer feels like when they saw this live coding. Wait, so you just save it and your code is running and it's even Java? I know, right? Supersonic Java stuff, yeah, for the win. Yeah, this is one of the some reaction from Java developer. I actually saw a lot of time when I present demo this stuff to many international conference for COVID-19. So
yeah.
Okay, move on. Next.
When you could get live reactions. Yeah.
Yeah. So move on. Next interesting stuff. Yeah. So in reality, and now, yeah, DevOps came up and DevSecOps and DevOps and CI/CD pipeline or DevOps pipeline is a part of the developer life. So the decades ago, developer just only focus on application development, and once he's done or she's done, and okay, I'm done. And I just pushed my application code to the external repository. Now my job is done and I'm going to sign off. Don't never ever call me over the weekend.
Yeah.
That's all. But we change it. Yeah, things change. So, pipeline, okay, I need to take care of some multiple development or multiple deployment environment, but some environment very complex and some environment very easy, something like that. So multiple step, maybe 7, 5, 10, and the CI/CD pipeline. There are awesome tool, Jenkins, Travis or Tecton. There are a lot of good tool, open source tool, but the tool are not going to take care of every single application configuration as well. So how to fix that for developer standpoint? Okay, I need to create a multiple configuration file with some fancy naming. Oh, this is just application depth, application staging, application pre-product property, or this is a real production application YAML file. Please don't change anything with some bold font and a lot of the hashtag.
Yeah.
But
lots.
Yeah. This is happening. Or some old school style. Yeah, we have all some metadata database, so we can handle that. Yeah, but problem is, oh, I got a bomb because I changed something after 2 glasses of wine of the night, and I have to change it.
It's happened to me before. Yeah. I've had to answer pages because of stuff like that.
Yeah, I have to change my local machine, but I mistakenly changed some another environment. Oh, QA. Oh my gosh! Because I changed my local machine, but our awesome CI/CD pipeline already delivered in the QA. Oh my god! And I tried to stop it. Oh man, it's already production in 5 minutes. Oh, awesome. So, and what about next? Oh, you fire, or I need to clean up my mess. Yeah, that's happening every single day. Yeah, Jesus. So, how do the Quarkus solve this kind of problem and also make our Java developer happier and enjoyable? Let's try to see that. So I'm going to go back to my ID tool. I still run my application code. And here is the application profile here. All right. So, to that, so I'm going to add some compilation, kind of config property and the name. No, here. Compilate. Sorry about that.
Daggum IDEs.
Yeah. Okay, name. Oh, what kind of key name is okay,
banana, developer Joy. Yeah,
developer
whatever you
name.
want.
Okay,
There you go.
and private string name. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one on my hello world, and I'm gonna return this developer just name. And here we go. Okay, developer name Joey with the Quarkus. So and then save this file, and I'm gonna the developer name is the Daniel. I'm gonna save it and go back to web browser and I'll try to reload. Oh, so developer Daniel Joey with the Quarkus. Okay, oh, pretty cool.
Yeah,
still my server is running and I just put in my configuration. Okay, this is some usual use case for developer on their own machine. Okay, so let's say, okay, I'm done my application, but I need to deploy this application to QA or staging or using pipeline, something like that.
Right.
So, but you don't need to create a new application profile. You don't need to address that thing. You just use this same application, unified application. So luckily Quarkus provide that functionality. So here we go, is the ampersand.
Oh, hello.
As default, you can use that product test. And also you can define any prefix to handle this application. So I'm gonna use the prod here. And so developer name, oh, developer is the production is super important, so not for me. It's definitely for Chris. I'm gonna use the Chris name.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's save that.
Wow.
And I'm gonna stop here application, and I'm gonna package my application. So Buffalo deploy this application to the production. And oh, I think it's maybe we got some error because we got an error because the Quarkus have the unit test as a default to make secure your application. So the default, the test environment.
Wow.
Yeah, hello. So we're gonna change the test code in a real life for today, and I'm gonna just skip this one. One more time. I'm gonna skip test here. Yeah.
I like the fact that it enforces like a clean hygiene methodology, though, right? Like you should have a test for this built into your code right here, right? Yeah. Like here's an example. That's very nice.
Thank you. And I go to here, but server is already down. Just to make sure. Oh, server is gone. Okay, let's try to run this application because during here. So now you can see here your Finjar, aka Uber Java fetcher, but this is totally the Java artifact, and you're going to use the Java command. And generate the not here. Yeah. Okay. What is the name here? Yeah, so many applications.
What name did we name it? There we go.
Yeah, Quarkus. Sorry about that. So many applications.
The second hardest thing in tech is remembering what you named the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. And I run this application. Oh, I missed something.
Oh, you forgot to do this.
Yeah, this one. Okay. Java target directory. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Right. So now you can see the different thing. It's the same features install CDI, REST client, and REST Egypt, but profile product activated. Okay. So which means when you package your application artifact using some jar, thin jar, so automatically Quarkus pick it up, the production configuration from starting with the product.
Just from the, wow, okay.
So go to web browser. Oh, it's already gone.
Oh wow, it's already,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's genius. The Chrome reload automatically, yeah.
Wow,
so,
okay.
Developer Chris Joy with the Quarkus in production. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm impressed. Like it just the fact that it can pick it up, right? It has built-in knowledge, right? Like it's opinionated, sure, but I'm assuming you can reconfigure that, right? Like instead of dev, I could call it QA or something, right? Like, is that possible within Quarkus, right? Like how you pulled up that menu of dev prod tests. Could I add to that? Could I?
Yeah, you can do that. So you can,
awesome. So I can,
the basic, I already mentioned earlier. So you can use the predefined three prefix: dev, product, and test. And so when you just run the Maven package or Maven install, the Quarkus automatically pick it up, the product configuration. But when you run the Quarkus, the compile and dev mode, and the dev configuration will be picked up without any prefix. And then you can run the Maven verify the command line, and the test configuration will be auto-wired automatically. But you can put in any prefix like a stage, pre-product, or my stage, and you just pass down that parameter when you run the Maven plugin, like a dash capital D and the Quarkus, the configuration stuff. So this is the maybe avoid kind of bomb on your local machine or a product staging or even Quay machine, just like I showed that. So unified configuration is one of a big concern. This is a totally human error, but always happening around the world.
Oh yeah.
So this is finally, now I am the peace, and I can smile, and I'm really enjoyable this feature.
Yeah, baking the configuration in for each environment, right? Like saves so much time from a sysadmin's perspective, right? Like if I have to do that for the developer, there's a lot of tooling that I have to add on. Whereas if you're defining the right variables in the application itself, that really kind of abstracts away the need for me to kind of come in as a DevOps engineer or an ops, help desk person, whatever, and say, okay, how do we get this Java application running again if it's failed somehow, right? Like it's already there, right? Like it already knows which environment it should be in. Just go.
Yeah, totally agree with that. And also plus maybe slim your Ansible playbook or Ansible load, because you don't need to worry about there's some multiple environment configuration depends on your application stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally awesome. Okay, move on. So you already saw that the IT trend back in 2013, 14, the Docker container and the Linux container came up and totally changed that. So you know what? At a time when I met many developers, and they really hated the Docker container because oh shit, I just really get used to install my software, and our own company some shared server, and we can download secure that software and install. How to install that software? I asked them, and they say, "Oh, we have a more than 20 pages long introduction guide documentation." Oh, so if there's something missed, and everybody failed to install that application. So, which means specifically in an SI project or some kind of new project came up, we need to spend more than 1 week or even 2 weeks to spin up all development environment for each developer. So that's a huge job. And the container, Linux container, changed that stuff. So just 2 commands: Docker pull, Docker run.
Right.
You don't need to even try to understand what that means. Just do it, copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even have to know what works behind the scenes. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So, and after that, and things better and better. And so now it's just people is a totally, definitely the container and Kubernetes is definitely required runtime environment. So from virtual machine and bare metal, now we have a Kubernetes, everybody doing Kubernetes. Chris, you and me with the CNC ambassador. So we are doing the Kubernetes, right? So So, but this is not about the operation or infrastructure, but also this is all about developer as well. Because as a developer, I need to run a lot of application on my local machine. So I need to run multiple ID tool, and maybe I need to open more than 20 the web browser windows because I need to find some searching, Googling, or I got some problem. Okay, I gotta go to Google and find something. Okay, here's go forward to Stack Overflow. Okay, this is a similar solution. Okay, try that. Oh, fail. Oh gosh. So I need to repeat again over and over again. In the meantime, oh, my browser is more than five, maybe 30 or 35. Oh gosh. and I needed to, I really love to listen music. Okay, I need to learn music at the same time to make it more calm down. And yeah, there are many applications can be running on your local machine. And problem is, specifically after COVID-19, every developer needed to work from home.
Right. Like
and they needed to use their own stuff.
You didn't have that high-speed network that you were on connected to the data center or whatever, right? Like you had to figure out how to work from here, right?
Exactly.
With my 20 meg upload pipe, you know?
Yeah. Maybe some heavyweight, some maybe 5 years, some Windows desktop, or some kind of maybe 2 years old, some desktop, something like that. So not a high spec or high quality computer always ready for you, not ready for you. So that's it. But still, you need to make sure your application works inside the container and running on Kubernetes. Kind of performance or functionality or some network communication or using some storage or kind of everything. So this chart show memory, and sometimes, okay, it's really easy. Oh, I need to check my application can connect to PostgreSQL. Okay, I just put the Postgres container image and run it. Oh, cool. And what about the MongoDB? Well, what about the MySQL? Okay, just pull, run, pull, run, pull, run. Yeah, so memory footprint and the CPU maybe blow your computer. Oh, my keyboard doesn't work any longer. What happened?
Bluetooth crashed.
Blue screen came up. Oh my gosh. And I do restart forcibly every single day. So somebody told me, if you have a MacBook, you don't need to shut it down at all the time. Really? But turns out I need to sometimes restart my MacBook as well. Because it totally depends on, because the new technology, new tool need to lots of memory. So it's not about only operation team story. It's also about the developer concern. Okay.
Now I'm real concerned as a developer. Absolutely.
Exactly. And let's a little bit more dive into Java framework with this technology, Java plus container plus Kubernetes. For developer perspective, once they complete to write their source code, and they need to build application like a packaging using Maven, just like me or Gradle. And what happened to run that Java application on your machine? The Java JVM try to understand your compilation. Okay, this compilation should be load from your system environment or system variable or some file data. And then you need to scan your annotation on your method classes and some file. And oh, this application, specifically this method shouldn't be enabled at this time. There are many some cases and occasion for Java runtime. And finally, in the end, okay, I need to start my application. So this is a whole bunch of stuff. We can call it dynamic behavior. I already mentioned that earlier, but this is super awesome. When we have just a couple of virtual machines, just a couple of bare metal, and just using, we try to use the internet technology and low network bandwidth. But now we are living in a 5G. and we are electric car with Tesla, and people looking for the more not just fast, it's a super fast and really fast. Yeah, right. So this is a Quarkus way for developer. So build time, we put in all this stuff during the build time, and then none time we just needed to start the actual application. So this is a different way. And actually, yeah, this is super cool. And I'm going to show you that the native executable, how the developer make it happier. So I'm going to turn it off my present mode and then go back to here.
Sweet.
Alrighty. So I'm going to shut down my application. Moving forward to create a native executable file, I'm going to change my developer name once again, my prepper name, and just a little bit try to change the code. And I'm not going to cheating you because I just try to live code. And also, I'm going to read on this application after Maven packaging, and I'm going to skip the unit test one more time. And the resource perspective, I'm going to show you this cool stuff. So this is actually, I'm going to use the MacBook Pro, and here's my memory. Oh, there are so many stuff. I don't even know that. Yeah. Okay, so go to the Java stuff. All right,
there we go.
There we go. I have here 4 JVM. The running. Oh, what the heck is that? This is 733 megabyte. I don't even know that. Okay, so I have already 4 heavyweight. Actually 3 heavyweight JVM. So 700 and almost 5, 6, and 195 and 74. Just remember these numbers.
Right.
And I'm gonna zoom out and then go back to here. So I'm gonna run the Java application once again. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, and try it one more time because this time we need to span here.
Okay.
Almost
so it started in almost a second. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe sometimes a little bit faster. Okay. Yeah,
a little bit faster. Okay.
Yeah, moving faster. I'm going to give some very funny story. So the Red Hat offers JBoss Enterprise Application Platform, aka just web server middleware. So 1.5 years ago, we launched the new JBoss EAP7. At the time, we got rid of Tomcat as a core engine subject container. The reason why? We thought Tomcat is heavy but you know what? The funny thing, so most developers really love to use Tomcat because in the local machine, because Tomcat is very light and small and fast. But Red Hat, it's not not fast enough for developers.
Even Tomcat's not fast.
Yeah, exactly. So because Tomcat spend maybe 5 seconds or sometimes 6 seconds to start up, it's under 1 second. It's totally faster than any other the traditional Java runtime.
Right.
So back to the monitoring here. Okay, we got to have a new JVM here.
All right.
Almost 100, a little bit less than the 97. Yeah, almost 100 more and less. So still, okay, I can run this JVM, maybe 10 JVM, 10 Java application because this is quite small to me. And back to here, I'm going to stop here and try to Maven. And this time, I'm going to use a native profile. So Quarkus allows the Java developer to build their own application with the 2 ways. First one, you can build thin jar, just like we did, and running on JVM technology. And the other way, you can build your application artifact as executable file, like imagine exe file in Windows system.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or Go program language or Python. So just run that file. You don't need to any tool. But running on GraalVM, not JVM. So Yeah, but during the creating the executable file, we put in the all required behavior at build time. Just imagine. So when
Right.
you learn about Linux container like a Docker at the first time, maybe 5 years ago, oh,
Mm,
Docker, one of the good functionality of a Docker container, Linux container is portability and immutability, which means we need to put everything inside the container,
mm.
necessary library or dependency. So that make container immutable and
Yeah.
portable, just like this. So we put in the all required dependency or parsing stuff in this executable file at build time. That's why we can run this application at runtime super fast. Okay, let's
Right.
try to see that. So you can see that here, target directory now. Oh, luckily this Quarkus doc name show the executable file in the red highlight color. Don't miss
Nice.
that. Yeah, just
Okay.
running. I don't need to the Java command any longer.
No jar flags, no nothing. Just
Exactly. Yeah,
run the
just click
file.
on that. Oh, it's running. Oh, 36
Oh, it's Quarkus.
millisecond. Okay, let's
Holy
try to one
smokes.
more time, just for fun. Okay, 7 millisecond. Yeah, faster, 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 because some kind
Wow.
of cache stuff. And it's still
Okay.
product activated, and you can see the same functionality, CEI, REST client, and the REST easy. All right. And
Okay.
just one more thing, a super funny thing here. Just imagine I got almost 97 memory footprint, and now I'm gonna try to find the runner here. All right, here we go.
Whoa.
6. Yeah, you got a good math. Try to
Whoa. That's
calculate
a
it.
10x reduction, right? Or more. No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. That's like
yeah,
12x reduction or something like that. That's
exactly.
insane.
Yeah,
So you could take that
compare.
executable,
Yeah,
literally give it
compare.
nothing inside of a Docker file, and just off it goes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
This
And
is a
you could
compare.
cram so many of
Yeah,
those into a server too. That's amazing.
yeah. Just compare to Quarkus and application with Ninja, not existing traditional Java application. If you try to compare to traditional Java application, it's maybe less than 30 times small memory footprint.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
imagine that. Yeah, just imagine that in the end, this application save you a lot of money on your production environment because yeah, the production environment, you need to deploy this application on Kubernetes and you need to scalability, maybe 1,000 microservice application pod with the same application functionality, totally save your money. But I want to say more focus on developer side. Okay, I am not good, super great computer to develop my application code every single day from my home
Hmm.
after COVID-19. This is a totally give me more space to listen music at the same time, watch YouTube channel at the same time, right? And I can open up some fun stuff like a TikTok because I'm not an AI lover because sometimes I give me a break. Yeah, I gotta need some refresh my head. So
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
some
yeah,
fun
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, right.
This is awesome. I mean, this is amazing. The fact that you can package it up as executable, and then it's actually lighter weight than just running just native Java.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, last step. I'm gonna go to my web browser and oh, Chris, you just see you there, and I'm gonna reload that. Okay,
Mhm.
change it then. Yeah, I'm not gonna use some cache or already pulled down file because I just changed the code,
Right.
Chris to Dan, and
Yeah.
now we can show that erase the code when I run this application. So this is another awesome to optimize your resource on your local machine for Java developer. And this is a really
Hmm.
great benefit, specifically in this COVID-19 period. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, it's the I just being able to say, hey, I need all these services, right? Like if I have to stand up my own stack, like locally, right? Like, okay, let me take a few minutes and do this. Just run these with Quarkus, right? But let's just build these all with Quarkus real quick, and now I can run the whole stack on my machine, and it's way smaller. Well, that just changes your entire developer paradigm, And now you have a few handful of containers that you're running, and they're interacting with each other, right? Like, or just a few executables interacting with each other natively on your machine.
Yep.
Like, just to containerize that whole application, put each one in a pod, have a sidecar with some Istio on. That makes everything so much easier then.
Exactly.
And then getting that on OpenShift becomes way easier, right? Like, you don't have to worry about the stack of things that a normal Java developer has to worry about. It's all right there in that executable. That's amazing. That's truly wonderful technology.
Yeah, you should create some GUI checkboard, and we got one check, for the live coding, and the second check for unified configuration. Oh, now we have third check is a network executable. But don't worry, my friend, I got something interesting for you. Yeah.
Oh.
So move on next. Yeah. Here's the thing. So this is the actually survey this year. A lot of developers really prepare to move forward to Python and Node.js rather than Java, because to run their application on top of the serverless platform like Amazon Lambda. The reason why? Because Java does not fit in the serverless architecture, and also you gotta need some extra effort to make it better and make it fit in the serverless platform. So that is true, because I already explained earlier about the truth of Java. What happened behind the scene? You got a lot of stuff during the runtime, not build time, but Quarkus totally changed that thing. So let's try to use this application, how to make it better your serverless story, because maybe in this time as a developer, Java developer, okay, maybe you are the developer leader or your boss maybe asks you, hey, Daniel, one of our application, actually existing application, don't need it to run all the time in Amazon or public cloud, because that we have some marketing metrics or marketing data. So only 10% customer just try to access that page, and that page call back to our Microsoft's application. Only 10% or even 5%, and specific time, maybe after 10 p.m. I don't know why, but that's our actual data. So along with the data, we need to maybe some kind of solution, make it better to save our resources, which means resource our money, and during the COVID-19. And also some customers staying a lot of time at home and try to go to some public cloud more and more, and then and that is a totally different ratio to access some our whole pages and ranking, etc. So here is your next mission, Daniel. We need to change some of your existing application, not reinvent, but this application should be tuned or some modified to run serverless platform very fancy way. Okay. Oh, now next mission. Okay, do I need to learn Node.js or Python? Does that mean he want me to fire me, something like that? No way. So don't worry, my friend. I'm going to show you that how to make it happen with Quarkus.
Awesome. So back to just a quick time check. We are 4 minutes over, and I have a hard stop at 25 after. So let's push serverless. Show me fast.
Sure.
That's perfect.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So serverless, you need to create a container image first here. Maybe I should call you. Maybe I need 2 hours, but that is my fault. Okay. Anyway, so the Quarkus gives some example Docker file to create Docker images. I mean Docker file, but you can create any Linux container image based on the theme jar, the jar file, and the other is native executable file. So you can use that and Docker build based on this example command. But just one thing, I already built my application executable file, but that native executable file can be running where you build that file. So for example, my application file format here, Quarkus. Okay.
Yeah, Quarkus getting started.
Getting in here. Runner here. So here we go. Yep. It's a Mac OS because this is a Mac program. So, but the deploy in a Kubernetes cluster. So you need to repackaging this application as Linux operating format.
Right.
So you're going to use these the parameter, the Quarkus native container build true, or you can put in this properly on your application as well. So whatever you need, beautiful. You can do that. Yeah, beautiful. And just once again, neighbor file. But in the meantime, we need to save time because we are running out of time. Okay, go here. Now, this is my open source cluster, OpenShift container platform running on Kubernetes 1.17.
Awesome.
And yeah, this is one of the beauty of the OpenShift container platform provide the OpenShift serverless capability. So actually, I already packaging this application with the containerized and push it into my external container registry. So now, as a developer standpoint, okay, I need to deploy, make sure this application really fit in on my serverless. Okay, and the first thing is, okay, I'm going to create some new the demo project here. Okay, already there. Okay, I'm going to try number 2 and go to. I am Java developer. Okay, developer console, container image, and so the image tag here.
Okay. I think you spelled that wrong.
Okay. Oh, Quarkus.
Developer.
Oh yeah. Typo. Yeah, you got a hop.
Developer. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to zoom in a bit, and you just click on the knative, the enable, and create this one. Okay, server is try to start up.
So wait a minute, you just gave it an image, and now we're going to turn it into a knative service.
Yeah, and during the meantime, it's already up. And just one for fun, I'm going to change it the label. Make it, this is a really Quarkus, the OpenShift. IO runtime equal Quarkus. And this is based on Quarkus. I want to differentiate it with different application. So click on that. And this welcome page, you already saw that earlier, and try to API and developer. And I'm going to make it bigger. So the same result. And one more thing, just try to view rows. And now you see here we go. The first time, 31 milliseconds. And along with this OpenShift serverless capability, this application will be shutting down. Scale down to 0.
Yeah, it'll go to 0 once it's done.
Yeah. By default, 30 seconds. And then after that, you're going to shoot again this web browser, and this application will be automatically start up. And in the meantime, so this is still deploying, something like that. Okay, just keep it at. All right, and what else? Okay. I'm gonna go to one more time. Maybe this is one of the good, interesting stuff for developer. So reactive and imperative. So one of the big concern for developer, our application more change to reactive application. No need to real time, but in order to create a reactive system or event-driven system, you need to traditionally you need to run new application framework or program language like a Vertex or JavaScript, etc. But Quarkus enable the developer to implement both capability, reactive as well as imperative at the same time in the same application. How to make it happen? Just use a different annotation, like here. Here is a traditional way. You can hear inject, like a CDI injection, and here you see the stream. Now this application of event-driven communicate with the Kafka stream. So luckily we got a many quick start from Quarkus side.
Mm-hmm.
So once I want to show you that. So using Maven command line to automatically pull down Quarkus quick start or something application. Oh, not this one. Sorry about that. And here we go. This is one of the Kafka quick start application, just like we created in Eclipse the VS Code. But I just pulled down that application from Git repository, and you can see here our dependency, some Kafka stuff, and also in existing application, add Quarkus extension and Kafka. You can see here Kafka client, Kafka something like that. Once you click on that, automatically pull down that capability on your application, and then you just try to start the application. But you need to put in some application properly. For example, here, where is my Kafka server, and what is the topic name? That is a required task for you, and then just try to run the Kafka server using the container. That is awesome using the container stuff. So just using the container to run my Kafka and Jupyter on my local machine. And then here is a sample application, the price converter. So there are actually the price generator is okay. Imagine this is online some event company and the price generator, and once you generate this number every 5 seconds, and then put that number into Kafka messaging server automatically using just one single outgoing annotation. And then we're gonna just convert with some fun thing, change that with multiple than 88 and to change the price number, like not $10, like a $90.88, something like that. And the app to change it, and we go back, we put that number into the Kafka cluster, like incoming, outgoing, and this is a resource, which means provide the REST endpoint like a price, and using that channel stream. And this is simple. There is no complex application code, and even there is no parsing XML or YAML or JSON here. Okay,
like I feel like I could code in this, right? Like, and I'm not a developer by any stretch of the imagination.
The Kafka server is running up, and now I just run Quarkus as a demo, just like a developer. Once again, this already communicate with the Kafka server. Okay, Kafka is a startup. We have communicate successfully with Kafka. And then once here, now, good for me. The Quarkus let me know what is endpoint here. I just click
That's
on.
nifty.
Yeah, I like that. And so now the number is automatically generate and multiply 0.88 every single 5 seconds.
Every 5 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And
this is just going to dump. This is just going to keep dumping stuff into Kafka.
Yeah, and but this is happening based on reactive system, not request response mechanism. So, but end user perspective, okay, I need to get my number. So in almost real time. So this is one of the benefits. So go back to the here. So nothing special in this code, just using same inject, but you're gonna change that. Maybe you can delete outgoing or some that you can change that the outgoing or incoming, that annotation, and that application can be addressed by imperative application, just like a traditional Microsoft's application request response mechanism, right? So back to the presentation here. So I just saw that reactive stuff, and so there are a lot of awesome open source project came out every single day. So
every day.
So how, for developer standpoint, okay, how to use that? Okay, there are many documentation. If I miss a single simple step, yeah, not gonna work. So how do you use that thing? So I don't want to read that some kind of Frankenstein manual.
Yeah.
So luckily, I already showed that there are code.quarkus.redhat.com. Actually, there are two versions. One is code.quarkus.io. It's upstream.
Okay, that's the upstream.
And redhat.com, is Red Hat offers. So the fully functional support by
these
Red
are supported in some capacity unless otherwise,
Exactly.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah. So you see here all extension and capability. This all capability from that kind of open source project. So for example, web is the you can create any REST and JSON web token on open API or WebSocket. You can create that. Just click and put your application using VS Code, any IDE tool. And data section, you can have a data transaction, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, or even the data
Finis
grid.
span. Wow, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Neo4j client. Yeah, need that. Yeah. I mean, look at that.
For reactive programming, messaging, and one of the good thing here, messaging, immunity, and don't forget about don't forget about that cloud, Kubernetes, OpenShift, and Amazon Lambda, and a lot of things stuff. And observability totally require capability in the modern application architecture, like metrics with the Prometheus and Grafana, and open tracing with the Jaeger. It's pretty easy. Just put in your annotation, such as it's based on microprofile components. So you can put in the trace, you can put it on counted or operation on your cluster level or method level. Put that annotation, and automatically all requests from outside to that method or class automatically gathered and exposed to external Jaeger server or external Prometheus server.
Yeah,
pretty easy. And there are a lot of
whatever you want. There's so much potential here.
Yeah, exactly. It's more than 200. So let's try to. Okay, so my profile, my native compilation just done, and once again try to find out. Okay, now we got a Linux format the application.
Right. Awesome.
This is cool. Yeah. So actually, okay, let me try to finish this slide deck first, and if you got some more time, I'm going to show you one more cool
I've got like 7 minutes.
Right. Oh man. Okay. So we just saw the extension, and also you can create your own custom extension. The extension is built on two separate Maven project: the development and the runtime. So just imagine, okay, my application is super fast, but I needed to integrate some third-party library, maybe some like a mailing or scanning stuff. But whole this kind of application should be run at the same time. So my application just need 0.5 second, half a second, but this third party needed 1 minute. So totally 1 minute, 1 second to start up. Oh, Jesus. So maybe you can put in that functionality on your custom extension, and then what your benefit, you got a native compilation, super fast, millisecond. No worry about that. So that is really awesome. So just as wrap up today, the Kubernetes native, so development of the Quarkus to totally make it happier and even make it durable, our developer, because we focus on more than 7 to 10 million developers still out there and then struggle with the optimizing the Java application every single day at home, every single day, right? And the supersonic subatomic, I already showed that, it's super fast and small, tiny, and there are a lot of community integration with the extension. And the totally awesome, we just released the product Quarkus, aka Red Hat build of Quarkus.
Right.
We released just a month ago, actually 3 weeks ago. And in the meantime, we already have Just a couple of the customer already use that. Here is the bottom line, the Quarkus.io blog tag user story. You can find more detail. But I want to just focus on one customer. Yeah, they're totally awesome. So the talk desk, their venue out of the Quarkus will be productive from day one, since you don't really needed to learn new technology. So any developer from beginner to senior, they can start Quarkus application development.
Right.
Yeah, like really awesome. Yeah. And also here is the IDC just published the lab validation. Just actually a couple of days ago. So go to red.he/idc-quarkus-study URL, and you can just print your name, and you can download the whole the validation report, and you can find a very interesting performance comparative. Like just summarize, Quarkus can save as much as 64% of a cloud resource as compared to framework A. I don't want to say what framework A is, but you totally guess what. So one of the most popular the framework. All right, so a couple of more resources here. The Quarkus, code the quarkus.reddit.com, and we have a cheat sheet. And also here is a bit.ly URL, the bit.ly try-Quarkus, and just go to here using web browser, and there are very interesting self-running interactive course. Maybe some course you need 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Totally embedded Quarkus environment as well as the code-ready workspace and also OpenShift container platform. Pretty easy. And last thing is the Reddit offers Quarkus hands-on workshop. This is totally free. And we're going to give some more developer focus on the hands-on workshop. It's a half-day workshop, and also you can pick it up full-day workshop from your home. And there are a lot of hands-on stuff from fundamental. I already showed that, and advanced stuff like how to integrate security with the key cloud and messaging driven with the Kafka server, and how to monitor my application with the external the Jaeger server and Prometheus. And there are a lot of the interesting and from fundamental to advanced experience. That please reach out to any Red Hat representative to if you have an interest about Quarkus hands-on workshop.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And and yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, one more. There are so we just kick it off. The Quarkus Global the Java Hackathon. It will be in July 22nd. So anyone interested about just jump in? It's a total pride.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there are some rules and how to judge it, more creative, more innovative, but it's gonna be really fun. We just started, and just don't hesitate to participate in the really great. It should be great experience for many Java developer.
That actually sounds like a really fun time. Let me know if you need some help promoting that. I will definitely mention that.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's talk here in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, no, I've got to jump to another call with a customer, so super important. Our customers. So Daniel, thank you so much for joining us today. I hate to cut it short like this. I wish we had all the time in the world to show this off because it's really cool tech, and I'm infatuated by it as somebody that's worked in Java environments, not even coded in Java environments, right? Like, so I really appreciate this. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris, and thanks to all. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks.